When people talk about time management, they often think it is about putting more tasks into the same 24 hours, about being busy from morning to night, about filling every minute with activity. But this is a misunderstanding. Time is important, but energy is even more important. If you have 24 hours but no energy, your 24 hours are useless. If you have 10 hours with full energy, those 10 hours can create miracles. That is why managing your energy is more powerful than managing only your time. Think about your phone. You can have the latest model, the best apps, the biggest storage. But if the battery is dead, it is just a useless piece of metal. Human beings are the same. We all have great potential. But if our energy is drained, if our spirit is weak, if our mind is tired, then we cannot use our time wisely. Many people plan their day, but they forget to protect their energy. In the end, they achieve little because they are running on empty. I remember in the early days of my company, I used to work until 2 or 3 in the morning. I thought this was the way to show commitment. I was proud of working harder than everyone else. But soon, I discovered that my decisions became slower. My mistakes increased. My creativity disappeared. I was spending more hours but producing less value. That is when I realized that energy is like fuel. Without fuel, even the best car cannot move forward. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You must recharge yourself if you want to give your best performance. How do you manage your energy? First, understand your natural rhythm. Some people are more creative in the morning, some at night. For me, the early morning is the most powerful time. My brain is clear. My ideas are sharp. My motivation is high. So I learned to use my mornings for the most important work. Thinking, planning, solving big problems. In the afternoon, when energy drops, I use that time for meetings, discussions, or less demanding tasks. If you use your peak energy hours for the wrong things, you are wasting your most valuable resource. Second, protect your energy from negativity. Many people lose energy not because they work too much, but because they surround themselves with the wrong people. Complaining, gossip, criticism, these things drain your spirit. I always tell young people, do not spend your best energy fighting with haters or wasting time proving yourself to people who don't believe in you. Focus on building yourself and your work. Energy is like water. If you pour it into the wrong places, it disappears. Third, take care of your body. You cannot have strong energy if your health is weak. Many people sacrifice sleep, ignore exercise, eat badly, and then wonder why they cannot focus or stay motivated. Your body is the foundation of your energy. If you want to succeed, you must treat your health as an investment, not an expense. A healthy body gives you the stamina to keep going when others give up. I always say, if you fall sick, your dreams pause. If you are strong, your dreams continue. Fourth, protect your mind. Information overload is a modern disease. People spend hours consuming news, videos, and social media, and their mind becomes exhausted. They have no energy left to create, to learn, or to think deeply. Managing your energy means choosing carefully what you allow into your mind. Read books that inspire you. Talk with people who uplift you. Listen to ideas that challenge you. Your energy grows when your mind is nourished with positivity and wisdom. Finally, learn to rest and recharge. This may sound strange because many people think success is about working non-stop. But even machines need to cool down. Even phones need to recharge. Even athletes need to rest. Resting is not wasting time. It is preparing yourself to give more. Take breaks, sleep well, spend time in nature, enjoy moments with your family. These things give you back your energy so you can face challenges with strength. In the end, success is not about how many hours you have, but about how much energy you bring into those hours. 10 hours of focus and energy can achieve more than 24 hours of exhaustion. If you learn to manage your energy, your body, your mind, your emotions, you will discover that you can do more in less time and you will feel happier while doing it. Managing energy is the secret weapon of successful people, because with the right energy, every hour becomes powerful. Do you want me to continue and expand Keynote 3 also into 700 words in Jack Ma style? When you wake up every morning, the first question you should ask yourself is not how many meetings you have, not how many emails you must answer, not how many problems are waiting for you. The first and most important question is, what are the 3 things I must achieve today that will make this day meaningful? Too many people start their day by reacting to the world, checking their phone, replying to messages, scrolling through social media. They let the world decide their priorities. But successful people decide their priorities first, and then they let the world adjust to them. If you do not decide your priorities, you will spend the whole day being busy, but achieving nothing important. I learned this lesson the hard way. In the early days of Alibaba, we were small, weak, and fighting giants. Every day felt like a battlefield. I used to think I had to do everything by myself. I worked from morning till night, running here and there, answering everyone, chasing every little detail. At the end of the day, I was exhausted, but when I looked back, the big problems were still there, untouched. I was working hard, but not working smart. That is when I realized, if I want to succeed, I must focus on the most important things and let go of the rest. Success is not about doing more. It is about doing less, but doing it well. You see, most people confuse activity with productivity. They feel proud when they are busy. They like to say, I have no time. I am very busy. But being busy is not an achievement. Anyone can be busy. What matters is the result you create. If you spend 12 hours a day working and still achieve nothing significant, it means you are not managing your priorities. A successful day is not measured by how many hours you worked, but by how much value you created in those hours. Think of time like money. If you have only $10, would you spend it on things that do not matter? No. You would carefully choose where to put it so you can get the best return. Time works the same way. You have only 24 hours. If you spend it on things that don't matter, you will get no return. If you invest it in the right places, you will see growth, progress, and success. The problem is that many people don't know what is truly important. They confuse urgency with importance. Something urgent is not always important, and something important is not always urgent. For example, replying to every message or email might feel urgent, but is it really building your future? Reading a book, learning a skill, spending time with your team or family. These things may not shout for attention, but they are important for long-term success. That is why you must train yourself to distinguish between what is urgent and what is truly important. When you focus on priorities, you also learn to say no. Saying no is one of the hardest skills, but also one of the most powerful. If you try to please everyone, you will lose yourself. In Alibaba, we had thousands of opportunities, hundreds of directions we could chase. If we tried to do everything, we would have failed. So I told my team, let's choose a few things, do them better than anyone else, and ignore the rest. That is how we survived, and that is how we grew. The same applies to your personal life. Choose a few things that really matter: your work, your health, your family, your learning, and put your energy there. Every morning, take a piece of paper and write down the top 3 things that will make today a success. Maybe it is finishing a project. Maybe it is closing a deal. Maybe it is spending quality time with your parents. Once you know these 3, protect them like treasure. Do them before you let the world take your time away. When you finish them, you can call your day successful, no matter what else happens. Remember, life is long, but it is also very short. If you waste your days doing small, meaningless things, one day you will look back and wonder where your life went. But if every day you choose priorities and live by them, you will look back and see a life full of purpose and achievement. It is not about how many things you did. It is about whether you did the right things. Would you like me to now move on and expand Keynote 2 in the same way? Also around 700 words in Jack Ma's style. We all have one thing in common, rich or poor, successful or struggling, young or old. We all get only 24 hours in a day. No one has 25, no one has 23. The difference between success and failure is not how many hours you have, but how you use those hours. If you can manage your 24 hours wisely, you can change your future. When I was young, I realized something important. Time is the most expensive resource. Money can come back, opportunities can come back, but once an hour is gone, it never returns. So if you want to be successful, you must treat your time as your most valuable investment. Consistency is one of the most underestimated forces in life. People often think success comes from one big idea, one breakthrough, one lucky